In this video, I wanted to talk about gadgets, and there are so many gadgets that have made my life better. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a few of them. The first one is pretty simple. It's one of those little plug-in lapel mics used for interviews, and even though they're really small and cheap, you do get surprisingly good audio quality out of them. Just a little clip-on, see? And the great thing about these is they're actually surprisingly good for blocking out background noise. And in my case, if you are doing little audio recordings with just a phone, they're actually really helpful. So up next is another helpful device. Now, I imagine most of you are probably doing video calls. And if, like me, you've only got one audio input on your phone, you can't plug both in the microphone and the headphones. So I did try a few splitter cables and none of them worked. So instead I tried these Bluetooth earphones. The great thing about them is that you can get ones that have the little rubber tips, or in my case you can get the plastic ones so they don't irritate you as much. The audio quality, if you can hear it, should sound better, especially when you're doing video calls through Zoom, which I've done, and live streams. Another thing I like about them is that they have a little light, so they flash, which is very cyberpunk, and if you're into that thing, like I am, it's pretty nice. Unfortunately, as I just found out, those little Bluetooth earplugs don't actually work as a microphone during video recordings, which is a shame, but considering I'm using them for video calls, they do work with that, which, hey, that's the main reason I bought them. Another wonderful thing that's helped me do this video stuff on my phone is having one of these clip-on wide-angle lenses. Now, I'm actually using it now, and you can see the difference when I unclip it, but if you're working in short distances, it does make a difference, which is very obvious, and I can't recommend these enough if you are filming things through your phone. And now we get to lighting. As you can all imagine, doing YouTube videos is pretty awful if your lighting is awful, and if you've seen many of my videos, yeah, that's standard house light bulbs for you. So I invested in one of these little makeup light rings, which are USB powered and can be collapsible, and in this case comes with a tripod. Here's an example of it. This is without the light ring, this is with it on the lowest setting, and you can turn the brightness up quite a bit to the point where it's too painful, but if you're doing photography it's helpful as well. And it also has this cream setting, which is nice if you need the warm light. Once again, you can turn it down without blinding yourself, and you can still get the desired effect. Now on to skater stuff. If you're like me, you like Vans, you like Converses, but you hate with a vengeance shoelaces. And although I'm not a fan of Velcro laces, I did learn about these silicone ones. So this is what they look like on the shoe. Pretty handy. They do have the sort of fake ridge section, so they look like normal tennis shoes, but nobody knows any different. And what's cool is now there's ones that have metal tips, so they're much easier to install than these ones which you need pliers for. But hey, they don't come off and they stretch. If you're a skater and you like skating in the winter when it's dry and it's nice, you probably get too cold. I know I do. And in my case, I've had pneumonia twice. So my lungs ain't what they used to be, and I don't like cold weather. So I invested in one of these heated waistcoats. Most of these heated waistcoats are very slim fit. So if you do want to get one of these, you either have to order up one size, or if you want it to fit over your clothes like then you have to order up two sizes. What I use to power it is a Slimline solar powered supposedly solar powered USB power bank. It's 10,000 milliamp hours, and what's great about these is they have 2 ports, and they also have a flashlight, which comes in handy for the last weird and wonderful gadget. Something for the warm weather. If you're like me, you probably don't like warm weather either. So I got one of these last year, and although it looks quite silly, it's really handy when you need to cool down fast. It's basically a USB powered fan that goes over your neck. In theory, you could probably use this when you go out riding on your skateboard if you do want to look silly, but it works. These have 3 speed settings, which is pretty good. And they also have lights. There's a few gadgets that I've found that have really helped me, and I hope to help you. But lastly, I wanted to say sorry for not making more videos sooner. I know it's been 3 months, but I didn't want to make any miserable virus response videos like everyone else, and I don't know, it's been a bit rough for me, so yeah.